Welcome to the Tone Jerks Podcast. I'm your host, Brian Gower, and with me today,
Kyle McIntyre.
as always. Yeah. Oh, you're sounding good. I love
man.
it. Oh, you're cleared
nice
out.
and clear. I mean, I've still got a little bit.
My
sinuses, I don't know. Once I get sick, they're like fucked for a while. I feel better, but I can't breathe still.
It hits you hard and it hits you long.
You know it.
Yep, there's a joke in there.
Yeah.
All right. So, Kyle, it's been a week. What is new in your world? What is grooving? What is shaking? Give it to me, baby.
All right. Well, last time I talked about that second delay that was getting shipped out.
Yeah.
I got it.
You got it. You have it in your mitts.
Yes. So, I played it. I played it once. Because I just got it yesterday.
Yeah. Brand new.
Yeah.
Brand spanking new.
Thing is awesome. It's got like I mentioned last time, it's a Space Echo, like a RE1 or 201.
I must have just totally skipped over that.
I said it last time.
I'm sure you did. We can go back.
Well, play back the tape there.
Yeah, play back that tape delay, and you can hear.
Sonographer, could you go back to?
Yeah, it's always a tape delay. Okay, there.
Yeah,
that's my Kyle impression. But
so
anyway, so you have the Sagan delay, and who is it by?
This is from Cacarius. Or Carcarius, however, I say Cacarius, but
Carcharius?
it's like Aquarius, but with a car. There you go. Carcarius.
It's the age of Cacarius.
Yeah, there you go. Jesus Christ. So
Cacarius effects.
Yeah, so they built it. It was designed. Actually, the PCB was designed by DC6 Effects. So that's
cool.
Chris Carter.
So it's kind of collab deal.
Yeah. So basically, he designed it, and it was a project that Daniel from Cacarius wanted to pick up, basically, and just basically work on. It's a huge task if you look at the thing. It's got like 12 knobs on it. I think last time I said 10, but it's got 2 modulation knobs on the top that I totally forgot about.
Yeah, it's even more.
So it's got like an LFO modulation. So it basically works on the trails of the delay. So you can have it really, kind of.
So this is a bit of an addendum to the last episode. So now you have it in your grasp.
Yeah, and then messing with it a little bit.
Yeah, you got it, and then I got to check it out.
Yeah,
and then I must have totally skipped over it. So pardon me. But I was like, oh, when you now that I read over it, what it does, I'm like, oh, it's a Space Echo. Duh. That's why it has 3 different things.
Yeah.
Like a tape delay or Space Echo type, effect would, it has multiple tape heads, and that's what those delays are.
They emulate
and it
those.
Makes so much more sense now. I'm like, okay, maybe the last time.
Because you're like, ooh, why didn't you have 3 delays?
And then I'm sure people listening, Cacarius, they did listen, and they're probably like, but now I understand, and it's pretty fucking cool. Because I'm like, I've never played a tape, a Space Echo or whatever, but humble dumble brag here, not a dumble, but it's a dumb brag that I'm like, I've played I have tried Space Echoes in my Fractal.
God damn it!
In the digital domain, I've tried tape delays.
Digital domain, you're dropping that one.
Yeah. So I've played, quote unquote, Space Echo tape delays.
Yeah.
And so I understand the different tape heads and the fact that you can have different ones going like, and like kind of either interacting with themselves, you can program them, or interacting with on their own that kind of affect your playing. And it's cool. I'm super stoked that you have this.
Yeah, and so there's 3 separate chips in there basically that emulate the tape heads, like you said.
Yeah.
And they make it sound a little dirtier actually on the repeat.
It's almost like degrades, yeah. Like
so
a tape would, yeah.
So it sounds pretty cool. The more you use it, the more you hear it degrade.
Yeah. So I mean, you don't lose it as you play it.
Yeah, but if you use it, you might, if you don't use it enough. Yeah. You could lose it.
Yeah. That's cool. So now you have this in, you're getting it.
Yeah, I'm going to get some more hours on this thing.
In. But
getting it in.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah, I also got a Messner. It's the Walrus Messner.
Yeah.
It's like a light drive.
Yeah, you told me this the other day. I'm like,
Why the fuck? What?
where did this come from? Okay,
Basically, I've been looking at them for a while.
This? Okay.
Yeah. I don't share everything with you, Brian. Is that okay with you?
No.
Okay.
You got to bring it through, you know, the
bureaucracy of the tone jerks.
Yeah, of the tone jerks, and let me
Send
know
it on up
and approve it.
Yeah.
And then,
get my stamp.
Yeah.
Like
this is approved.
that noise was me stamping it. Yeah. So I was looking and
got a mushroom stamp that one, and then
you can, not my pedals though. So,
got him.
Yeah, you got me. I'm all tripped up now. Thinking of. So it's basically, they use the hot words like light drive or transparent.
Okay.
So it's a transparent overdrive.
Okay.
So it's cool.
It's a Klon.
It's got 3 knobs, which is like your output, your
treble,
your
tone,
color. Actually, call it color, and then like your gain.
Okay.
And then there's a clipping option, so you can either remove the clipping diodes or add them.
Mm-hmm.
So. Yeah, it sounds pretty cool.
You're like up to your neck in clones.
Yeah, I was thinking about this the other day.
You gotta. I think
I'm like full into clones.
You gotta.
I don't think I really care about like tube screamers.
All right. Okay.
Well, okay.
Easy does it, cowboy.
Them fighting words.
Put up your dukes. Okay.
I have a couple tube screamer, copies. Yeah. But I think that I really gravitate more towards the clones.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is my goal. Own every mainstream. Every mainstream clone except for a clone, like the actual or clone, I should say.
What about a KTR?
Maybe not that one.
They're like at least $250.
Yeah.
I mean, it's made by the same guy who does the clone, but it's like PCP version.
Yeah.
He's now started doing
like the original hand-wired ones.
But they still end up, because he puts them for auction, they still end up going for
$2,000.
Yeah. So it's like, but he's actually getting the money, which I think is cool.
That's,
give that dude the money.
And not some asshole.
And not some like fuckhead who's like.
You think about it, if they buy it, they're probably buying it for $2,000 and selling it for 22 or 25.
Yeah, so they're getting no money.
Yeah.
But they get to try and probably like take a bunch of pictures for the gram.
That's why I hate the flipping aspect of the pedal buying. I'm like, I feel like people miss it and don't play pedals.
Yeah, it's like there's definitely.
But there's also a good side. Like you buy something, you don't like it, move it on.
Yeah, yeah. There's that whole aspect.
Which I get that, and I find that admirable because I can't seem to get rid of anything.
Yeah, you are.
I
collecting, and I think that brings it on to your next what's new of what you added to the Jerk Lounge.
So I have so many pedals now. I had to give them a home. Yeah, humble brag. I had to give them a home. So I got like a cabinet, like a display cabinet. It's all glass. Put some LED lights in there. Cycle through some different color lighting. Money.
You went to like really like small like mom and pop shop.
Yeah, I went
IKEA.
Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it. They're Scandinavian or something. Not really sure, but they have a huge building, but they're still small.
Yeah, they still like give you a great customer service.
Yeah, so
they give you exactly the color like cabinet that you wanted.
Yeah. So they had it labeled as black, but it is navy
blue.
Yeah, it's navy blue.
It still looks cool.
But it still looks dope. It still works with the aesthetics in the garage.
Yeah, so it's like a metal cabinet with glass shelves and glass like sides and backing. And
I'll see if I can add more shelves in there because I'm gonna need it.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty. it's pretty bitchin'.
Yeah.
Like, and the thing is, it fits exactly where like you had like an open space.
Yeah.
Next to like in between your amp and your gun rack. Or gun safe or whatever that is.
Yeah.
Of like you just had a pile of just pedals and boxes and shit.
Yeah.
And then you cleared that out and put this like.
Yeah. I'm going up now. It's like a skyscraper.
You're going legit now.
Yeah.
You're using that vertical space.
Yeah. So it's cool.
It looks good.
It looks legit, and I'm really proud of myself. I did it all today, actually.
This was a project for today.
Yeah, I was like, fuck it. I looked on Craigslist. I was looking for cabinets, and people wanted a shitload for like. Piece of garbage, or like something that was just like $400 for a cabinet. Like, all right, that's big, and that's more for like China. I'm like, I don't need a storage area underneath it. Like, fuck it, I'll just put it all there. So
Yeah, no, that's cool. You get it all locked
out in the open,
Yeah.
right
and
next to
then,
the amp.
And so you can like pull out
Yeah.
pedals that you want to use, and it's
Yeah,
all right
instead
there.
of like put it in a box and then like, oh, is it in the box or is it on the board? Is it in a, I'm like, okay,
You're
it's
tripping
right
over pedals,
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Because
that's cool.
I had pedals like all on my Yeti or on the table, and then it just makes it like
Pedals everywhere, and you kind of don't know which one you want to try.
yeah. And this way I can like it's all out in the open. I can
think
see.
that's like a great idea because it's like the more visual and accessible, I guess not visual, but it's like the more accessible your pedals and like gear is to you, like the barrier to entry, if that's gone, the more you're going to use these things.
Yeah.
And that's what the whole point of having gear is to use it and play it and fucking like get at it, make some music with it. And I feel like you can get creative with all these things. I'm like, oh yeah, I want to try, this type of fuzz, or I want to try this MXR with this MXR and like add an MXR to this one and like, take that MXR out and put another MXR in there. You can do it.
Yeah. You got to get versatile, man. You got to change up your portfolio.
Yeah, it's like every once in a while, your boy likes to try an MXR with an MXR. What's the matter with that?
Yeah. You like to blend that shit up.
Oh, and then sometimes, you got to switch it up, but throw another MXR in there.
Oh, is this an AC?
How many fucking Distortion 3s do I have? Or whatever they're called.
Distortion Plus.
Distortions.
I have Distortion Plus, Distortion 3, Prime Distortion, Distortion Double Shot, which is garbage.
Anyways.
A lot of distortion.
But yeah. Yeah, it's cool. I'm really proud of that. I'm gonna put that on the fridge. I'm like looking here. I'm like classing the joint up. I like it a lot. It's cool.
You gotta have that theme carry on to the rest of the garage here.
Yeah, you have your one corner of like that looks cool. The rest of it looks like garbage.
Yeah, just focus in on there. Don't look over here, folks.
It's a work in progress, okay, baby? We're going to be living another day, so we're going to be working another day, okay?
I think my wife was excited when I told her I wanted to get a cabinet, and then like less excited when I told her it was for the garage. She's like, you wanted to get, to organize the house a little more? Like, oh yeah, the house when you say house, you mean garage, right?
It's part of the house. It's part of the homestead. It's part of the property.
I'm investing in
I'm investing.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And get some ROI here,
Yeah.
It's there. You got to grab it,
Fuck, that one got me. Yeah, that was good. What else you got?
That was really it, I guess.
We do have a what's new for both of us.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm thinking of like things I'm buying.
Yeah, well, you're buying and you're flying. Fuck, I don't know. Anyways, we
think about the places we're going to together.
We're flying around, going to some shows. Because what's all the gear if you don't go see live music? You don't see shows. And we have a throwback here to a classic, a fun, a monumental guest. It's a little bit back in the catalog, but you know him and you love him, Mr. Captain Osmo.
Captain Osmo.
Oz Fontaine. Austin Mon. We saw him finally, like it's been a little while. Like we saw him play live. And his whole thing now that he's doing is more, we saw him playing Soda Bar, San Diego, a venue. A lot of people there. It was a
Wednesday
house.
or something?
Yeah, fucking Wednesday, packed Wednesday house.
That's
it was
crazy.
Fun. It was good. A lot of boozing going on. A lot of fun.
Not from me.
Yeah. Kyle was the DD and
we roll up in my Crown Vic now with like the blacked out windows.
Yeah.
Oh man, freaked out like three dudes out in
the back, a bunch of people in the back. They're like, "Oh fuck, dude!" And they got all pissed. Like, you cannot roll up to the back of a club in a car like that. Like they like instantly got freaked out and then like
calmed down
immediately. Like, whew, what a rush!
Yeah, because
that's a natural rush.
I pulled right in and like stopped right in front of them.
You didn't want to like hit anybody because they're all like everybody's crying around like, "Oh no!" You got your black Crown Vic,
but the thing is like windows. If they're smoking weed, that shit's legal. Not in public, you get a ticket. But if they're doing anything else,
they might be doing other things. Anyway, so move along. We get back. We watch Austin's show.
Yeah,
and it was like, I don't know, like I'm really bad. I'm just gonna throw it out there and you correct me as I go. It's like a pop kind of hip hop thing, like
it's
dancey,
like vaporwave. That's the best.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
it's like okay, it's so it's two guys. So it's Austin or Osmo, as you know him, he is doing vocals and he's singing. He's actually melodic and he's singing and doing stuff. And then there's another guy, Vic Fontaine, who is doing all.
He does the keyboards. He's running the keys. He's actually running like the backing tracks.
Yeah.
Which was crazy. There wasn't a whole lot of it actually. Backing tracks. He has like the theme of the song, and then he's playing over that.
Yeah. So he's building everything
cool.
on top of it. So it's like actually a live show.
Yeah. Two dudes like and was it Vic also made the tracks too?
Yeah.
So he's playing.
So it's not like DJ push play, just like boom and sit there and just like, all right, cool. He's just gonna like sing over it. And you ever see hip hop and like stuff where they have like the backing tracks and the vocals still on it? Mm-hmm. That is shitty and lame. It maybe starts off with like maybe like a bass kind of sub thing.
Well, it's cool. They actually had like a legit Rhodes on stage.
He had a Rhodes. He had his whole like a computer on there. He had
a pad, so he was actually doing the beats live.
A Kai pad deal, and then he had his like computer, which he was like kind of running tracks off of that. It was cool. It sounded great, and then he was singing and stuff like that too. He was singing the hooks, and he was like able to catch that and repeat it, and then he was able to like kind of like do his vocal like leads over. It was cool. It was fun, and it kind of turned my head. I'm like, get out and see shows, people. You'll be surprised. It's so fun.
It almost doesn't matter what it is, I guess.
If you have the time to go do it, just go. It's $5. It's $6. I think you'll have fun. So that is us, like a PSA. Go out there and see some music. It's good. It's fun, people.
Brian, did you have anything new? On an individual level, of course.
My own what's new, not collectively.
Yeah.
Oh man, I've been trying to sell stuff. This is an ongoing saga. I'm selling, selling the Ampeg still trying to sell the Moleko reverb. Still trying to. I'm not sure if I mentioned it on air, on the podcast or the main podcast. I'm selling my DD500. So those three things, like you start to get like a lot of like a wide scape of people. I'm selling it in Craigslist, selling it on Reverb, and man, I'm getting the offers, getting the weird ones, getting the dickheads. So as far as my DD500, because you think Boss, it's like Boss is like, I don't know, not to sound bad, but it's like it's
everyone
not like,
knows Boss. Everyone's looking for Boss.
It's your
brings a lot of the scum out of the woodwork, if you will.
It's your Johnny Six-Pack, kind of, brand. Like, oh, I'm just hanging out, got a Boss.
That was Joe Six-Pack.
That's what I think you're right. Joe Six-Pack kind of brand.
Or like Johnny Homeless Six-Shooter.
Johnny.
That's a better one.
That's a better one. Yeah, so it's that simple kind of brand where it's like people are like, oh yeah, it's a Boss. How expensive can it be? And so I'm like, I put it up for like $230 or whatever. But it's DD500. It's like the computer. It's like the big fucking like their flagship.
It's a computer that you step on.
Yeah, so stomp on it. It's like their flagship. Like this is the delay to end all delays that we make kind of deal. It's their Strymon timeline killer, And so it's big and it's a great pedal, but I have no need for it because I am on both sides of like that delay, arc. I want a fractal, Axe FX 2, or I want a carbon copy.
Yeah.
Or
super simple.
Or like an Ibanez analog delay. I want 3 knobs, analog delay. There you go.
Yeah.
I have a computer. I have like basically a computer that I've like, let me punch in my coordinates in here. Like nobody can, like, unless you have a computer.
Enhance.
Yeah. Or unless you have a computer, you can't really crack that code and get it to do what you want.
Yeah.
I'm sure you could, but it's like you're now even more so into the joke. You're more like a safe cracker. You're trying to like the way they have their knobs set. It's like it's kind of like Fractal sounds great and they're cool, but it's like a shitty interface. It's not user friendly at all. So that's like anyway.
To tweak on the go is a bitch, right?
Yeah. No, God. Oh Jesus. So anyway, I'm trying to sell that thing. Now to bring it back to the point. So I'm getting from both sides on Reverb and on Craigslist. I'm getting low ballers like a motherfucker. I got this one.
How low? Like ankle height?
How low can you go? This guy. It's like this fucker. So I got it for like $230, $235, whatever. Just because I'm like, I can go lower.
But I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. You set
start
it
high.
because because
Well, at the highest that you think you can sell it for, without like going on for months and months.
Because when I listed it was only like a week or so ago. There were some that were going for like $220 or whatever. I'm like, well, I'm not gonna post it that low.
Mm-hmm.
And like I saw some going for like I'm selling used one for $280. I'm like, well, they sell for about that much.
Yeah,
new. So I'm like, I'll split the difference, and I kept mine in pretty good shape. And I have the original box. I have like even the original batteries it came with.
Dang.
And
are they Boss branded?
No,
Are they Panasonic or something? Or
I think,
they're the green ones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen them.
Fuji,
before.
I don't know. It's like they're definitely like a Japanese brand battery, and I'm like, that's kind of cool. I'm like, whatever. Anyways, the whole thing is like that doesn't matter. The fact is, I kept it in good shape, and so I'm like, okay, I can sell it. And I'm trying to sell it like I'm not trying to give this motherfucking thing away, but I had some dude hit me up, and he's been like badgering me. And this is why I bring this up to the story. So I'm selling it for like $235. This guy offers me start off the fucking gate with $140. I'm like, no, bucko.
$140?
$140.
Fuck.
and then
you said you had it for $260?
I had it for $235.
$230. Jesus Christ.
And to me, I'm like, that guy is asking a lot.
Dang.
And so I say, I'm like, okay, 200. Because I'm like, I would let it go for about 200.
Yeah.
And he goes 160. I'm like, no. And so like I was telling you about it, and you're like, you know what? You let that offer ride until fucking like almost the last minute, and then you decline it. And so I was like, that's a good idea, because I'm like, I'm not going to entertain this guy. This guy's not going to go to my level of what I want. I'd rather keep it than fucking sell it. I don't want to give it away, because I'm like, I'm not hurting. And I'm not trying to get somebody like have a glorious day. Yeah.
And
fuck you.
And it can come in. It can go right into the pedal cabinet.
Yeah, we'll go into your pedal cabinet. But like, and then, I've let you use it, and it's not your bag.
Nah.
I've talked to a couple of friends. It's not their bag.
Nah.
But the thing is, like, because like some people don't want to deal with like the whole computer control thing, LCD screen, whatever. But some people do, and it's a great pedal, and it's like a lot of capabilities. So. Like I'm trying to sell it to the audience. Jesus Christ. Fucking asshole.
Well, hit me up.
Hey, salesman. This right here, over here, this pedal is real good.
This is my reverb account.
Let's get you a lot of mileages. So
you want to kick some tires? Come over to
kick this. So anyway, so I let it ride, like you said. I'm like, I like that idea. Go until like I let it go until like 9 minutes. I was about to expire. 9 fucking minutes, and then I declined it. And I'm like, fuck you. And so he came back to me with 130, even less. I'm like, this guy.
He was pissed.
I'm like, it's not checkers, it's fucking chess with this dude. I'm like, fuck you. So I declined it. I'm like, I'm done with this. And then I get another one. It's another one. It's on Craigslist. So totally different person or whatever. This guy is hitting me up. He's like, oh, I'm going to come from, LA to get this thing.
Jesus
So I'm like,
Christ.
I'm like,
that's a little fishy.
They sell these things. But,
I think they have them in LA.
I sold, my JCM 900 to like a guy,
But he wasn't that far away. The guy was just North County. LA is like 2 counties north.
Where's he? Was he like Huntington Beach?
Okay, that's Orange County. But that's still close to LA County.
Yeah.
That's like
but
that's like
where
North Orange County.
I bought an amp for that or whatever.
Okay.
So, okay, not a big deal. But he leads off with like, I'm coming from LA, dude. And he's like, says, I only have $150.
Oh.
I'm a struggling musician. Can you take that? I'm like, what the fuck do you think I am? Yeah. Do you think I'm like Mr. like Moneybags over here, like on Monopoly? Like I'm like, we're going to Park Place now. We're gonna roll that and get out of jail free card.
Jesus
Christ! What in the goddamn fucking bullshit? You think that's gonna tug on my heartstrings? You could tug on this,
because I do.
Yeah,
only the best.
Maybe I'd give it to you for $150. Oh shit.
We're back, right?
I'm back, baby.
I'm back.
That was a good one. Yeah, fuck that, dude. I'm like, the guy was like, he's put it all in the same email. I'm coming from LA. I only have $150. I'm a struggling musician trying to make it in this world.
He's gonna drive.
Yeah, but the whole thing is, I don't give a fuck about that. I'm like,
like
whole
40 or 50, maybe $60 worth of gas.
Yeah, but the whole like struggling musician thing, what the hell do you think I am? I'm selling it on Craigslist.
Yeah.
Like personal Craigslist, not from like a store or anything. I'm like, you think I'm going to be like, you know what?
You really got me.
I'm not, I've never tried to play in a band before. You're going to make it, kid.
Yeah.
I want to be on
You need this more than I do.
When they do the VH1 True Hollywood Story or whatever the fuck that is, I want credits, okay? Because I gave you that Boss made in Taiwan pedal, okay? Fuck that. Fuck you. This is my story. I'm bitching. I'm bitching on the podcast, okay? Because I know that's what people want.
That's really fucked up.
Fuck that. So I just said, like, no, I'm not willing to give it away. It's like, and then so he came back to me real fucking quick. What's your lowest? If you don't mind me asking, I'm like, jeez.
I do mind.
I said, like, look, I'm not going to go lower than 200. If you're asking me, I'm like, you better give me so-and-so pedal, exactly what I want, and then maybe I'll work with you on a price, because I'm looking for these type of pedals or cash.
Or like non-modded DS1.
Yeah. and then he never responded back. I'm like, look, he's like, I'm not going to go that low. So.
It's not limbo, dude.
Yeah. But I did have a trade offer for my amp egg.
Oh, yeah?
I declined it. And it was a Rocker 30 orange. He was going to trade me. And I was like, I texted you. I'm like, dude, I'm tempted. Because I'm like, but the thing is, I do not need another guitar amp. I don't need one. I do not need one. I was like,
you keep telling yourself that.
Talk me off that ledge. I told him, I'm like, look, I have a Rocker Verb 50 Mark II, and he's like, oh yeah, no, you don't need it.
Ooh, sorry, I'll pound sand. He says that.
No, because I said, I'm like, look,
kick some rocks.
I'm like, you have the amp that's kind of split the difference between the two amps that I have. I told him, like, I have multiple variants of an 8030, and I have a multiple variants of a Rocker Verb 50 Mark II. He's like, yep, no, well, I had to try it at least. Thanks for.
Yeah, I mean,
thanks for that.
That would have been if you didn't have those. That would have been.
It would have been great. So it's 30 watts. It's like EL34s. It's like made in UK. It's like has the gain stage similar to a Rocker Verb, but it doesn't have like the accoutrements of like a
it's
reverb.
Like more bare bones. Yeah.
Yeah. No reverb, no effects loop, none of that shit. It's just like. Yeah, an amp. You plug into it. You get the gain. It sounds good. That's it.
Yeah, you wouldn't need that then.
And I was like, I don't need it. But I was like, sorry, dude, it's a cool amp, but you're not going to get this. So, and then I was thinking, like, because the guy hit me up on Reverb, how in the absolute fuck do you trade with somebody?
I know, I was thinking about that too.
And I was like, how is that going to happen? I know people do it all the time, but I'm like, there's no recourse.
Yeah, what if the dude never ships?
Yeah.
You ship your amp, and you never get,
there's
you're fucked.
There's no, what happens?
Especially on Reverb, the seller's like king.
Well,
or the buyer's king.
Well, and the thing is, like, it's not even going through a transaction.
Yeah,
because it's just like he hits me up for
what does Reverb get out of it?
Nothing, because they do not help you out, which I'm assuming they do not help you out because there's no transaction.
Where was the dude at, by the way?
Ohio or something.
Ooh.
So it's not even close. If it was like local, I would do a trade locally if it was something that I wanted. If it was like an amp that I want, which is like an 8200, I want one of those, I would give my VB4 plus cash, whatever, to that. And that's fine because...
You heard him, everybody.
Yeah. If there's anybody in San Diego or LA or maybe Vegas or something, we'll drive. We'll take a road trip. But you get the amp and you see them and they will have to fuck you over in person if they really had to go that route. But I'm like, over like that, I'm like, people do it all the time. I know I see them in Facebook groups. I know people do it. I'm like, you don't do that with strangers, right? Am I not just like, we're not being like, just like prudes. Like you don't do that with people, right?
Nah.
That's not like, to me, that was super sketch. And maybe you and I can't speak from experience, but if there's anybody out there, like if you trade with somebody, I'm like, is there a threshold with price? Is there something like, how does that even work? What's the agreement? How does that even happen? Because I'm like, I could ship something out. I'm like, that guy was like, new phone, who dis?
I think it would be more like, all right, you ship to me. Whenever I get it, I'll ship it out.
Well, but then again,
or I ship it back if I don't like it.
That guy doesn't trust you.
Yeah, but you're the seller. I mean, you're the one who's actually like
but
who
the thing
has...
is, none of this is going through a service.
Okay, so never mind.
Yeah. So anyway, I mean, I know it happens in groups with friends.
Yeah.
Like we'll like trade with pedals and stuff like that.
guess
It's because you actually trust the
honor
people.
system.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, you have more of an honor system with like if we've shipped pedals off to like people in different groups. I'm like, oh, I shipped something to Doug King. I know he's going to ship it to me.
Well, he's the nicest guy.
Yeah, he's
ever.
Not, he's the nicest guy on the internet, and he's definitely not a fucking douchebag. And I'm a fucking douchebag, but at least Jim Bowers trusts me. He's lent me pedals, and I ship them back to him.
Yes,
it's like there's like that level of thing. Like we know who these people are, so we know them on the internet. We've met them in person, or something of that value. But if like a random person, I'm like, I know people do it all the time. So maybe I'm just like I don't understand the way the internet works nowadays.
The ways of the internet.
So if you guys have any tips, let me know. Another thing that I had.
Oh, you got more?
Yeah, I have some new stuff from you.
You're just a hotbed.
So I finally got to get my grubby mitts on one of your pedals.
Yeah.
The MXR Reverb.
Oh, yeah.
Because you've had so many pedals that you've been, inundated
I'm going to need
with,
that back, by the way.
Give it back to me. I finally got to try it out.
Yeah.
MXR Reverb. I've played it here just briefly, and we've kind of run through it. I'm like, that is a killer pedal. I find like I've got to use it on my own rig, and I've used it in my effects loop of my rock reverb and stuff like that. It's like it is that combined with a carbon copy. Jesus Christ, it's so good. If you're sleeping on MXR, that's so good. I'm like, I'm not like now I'm on Kyle train here. It sounds so good. It's so cool, and it's fun. I
feel validated all of a sudden.
Like it's as subtle as you want it to be, subtle as reverbs. And you can dial them back, and they're cool, and you can rev them up to be fucking gnarly.
Yeah.
We have like plate and hall and stuff like that. It can be really small if you want to be like whatever. And you can have like your epic and pad ones can be fucking huge.
Yeah.
Like gnarly. Like it can like
the modded one too.
Atmospheric, whatever type of buzzwords you want to fucking use on that.
Use them.
Yeah, it's crazy. It can get there. I'm like, to me. And the thing is, like, I don't like super crazy reverbs, but it can get to a point where I think it's crazy, and it get to a point where I think it's usable. And like, it's a good reverb.
Do you like the spring in there or what?
Yeah, it's cool. I mean,
what's your favorite one?
Yeah, no, the spring is good. I think it's the room one. It's one of my favorites to use for like, like if I'm doing like solos. I use that word loosely, but it's my solos that I do. I think it sounds great. Yeah. I think it sounds really cool. I like it a lot. I was talking to you about it. Like, it can do a lot more than you've been using, right?
Yeah. I do.
It can go stereo. Like, did you know that it can go stereo out if you have
after you said it? I did know that. Yeah,
a TRS to a TS like cable. So it's like I have one of those from Sinusoid. I'm like, I can go stereo out of this thing. I'm like, did you know that? And you're like, you never responded back.
Yeah,
you're like,
that way you don't know if I know or not.
Yeah.
So once you open your mouth,
bitch, I might know. Bitch, I don't know.
All the mystery's gone.
And then I'm like, yeah, this thing. I was because I have an expression pedal, and I was able to do when you're in like one of these settings of the reverb, you can set two types of settings. You can go like a spring reverb that's super like very minimal, like, or you can do like something that's like. I was like, you can do settings and just roll into those and do a blend between the two settings that you have.
That's cool.
With that expression pedal. I'm like, what? That's cool.
I didn't know that. No. You asked me if I read the manual. I was like, bitch, how do you get a manual with it?
Yeah, but you can see them online. And then too, like there's also like the dry or like whatever the bleed. What's not the bleed? What the hell is it called? I'm thinking of like art.
Like the mix? What are you talking about?
No, it's like the carryover. What the hell is that called? Trails. There you go. I'm thinking of like Fractal. It's called carryover. But it's like the trails. You can have the trails carry on when you turn the pedal off. And you can switch that. And
on the inside?
Yeah. And then
I've never opened
these
it.
are, and like all the expression pedals can change. The expression pedal can change how the pedal works. I'm like, this is a crazy pedal for
just a small. It's not a mini pedal.
No, it's like
but it's still
it's the
standard MXR
MXR size for the MXR
what?
pedal.
An MXR size MXR?
Yeah. So I think that's really fucking cool. Like all the capabilities and like things that you open up with using an expression pedal and just actually, reading a manual,
Oh, shut up.
It's cool. But
God.
I wanted to, like a mini topic here I had to go off of this. I'm like, expression pedals. Have you ever thought about using one?
No.
You have a lot of pedals going on that have expression outs. I'm like,
yeah.
And you can ramp up like, you have like what, the Hummingbird?
Hummingbird has one.
That has you can ramp up what, like the time and stuff like that with a expression pedal. I'm like, you have your Walrus Descent, the reverb, and that probably does like what?
It has like a, was it send and return on that thing too? Is that?
Yeah. So you're like the capabilities of these pedals, and like what other ones? Is it the?
It's the
DOD?
Rubberneck.
Yeah, that one has
Rubberneck's
expression out. You can like ramp up the time and stuff like that and change it. I'm like, or like the mix or whatever the hell it is.
Mm-hmm.
Does that never like has registered with you that you're like, yeah, I need to do this?
If I was playing live, I'd probably be more like, oh well, I have this much space on my board. This pedal needs to have more than just what does it do? Whatever. I don't know.
And I think I'm a similar where I think about live. I'm like, I'm not a guitar player live. I'm like a singer, guitarist, entertainer.
I'm an entertainer.
Let me entertain you. I'm like, that's what I'm like trying to do live. I'm like, not sitting at a board and just playing a guitar. Because I'm like, if I was a guitarist only, like I'm not trying to sing backups, not trying to sing leads ever. I'm just like, get the mic away from me and I'm only trying to play guitar. I would probably use a lot more expression. I'm like, it is fucking cool. These pedals, like,
so cool.
It's fucking tight, dude. It's like your pedals like open up a whole new world. That's what I was gonna say. It just busts out into Aladdin over there.
Yeah.
I stopped myself.
I was about to also.
I stopped myself before the bit could go on. I'm like, I'm gonna hit him before he gets it. No, your pedals are like, it just opens it up. And I think I'm like, I've now maybe like honestly within the last like year or so thinking about expression pedals. I'm like, people build these things into effects. I'm like,
for a reason, yeah.
Yeah, use them.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I don't know.
It's cool. That one is one for me. I'm like, dude, that is a cool fucking feature. And I'm like, I have my DD500, which
way to make me feel bad. Okay.
I've never used the expression on that, or I don't use the expression on my Fractal either. So I'm like,
there you go, bastard.
I'm going
guilty.
I'm going tit for tat with you on that one. But I just don't use it. I'm like, I think both of us are like, we're sleeping. We're sleeping on these expression pedals. Like, do you? That's another call out, listeners. Do you guys use expression pedals a lot? Like, are we just like the minority that just doesn't use them? Because I'm like, to me, I'm like, when you have an expression pedal, you're tied to your board and guitar more.
Yeah.
We're just not those type of people. Because like we're singing more and we're focusing more on, I don't know, because like we wear two hats when we play in the band. And I think there's
I usually just wear one.
Oh, good. Some of us wear only one unstylish like bullshit hat when we play. Whereas I wear two hats and I play, guitar and I also sing.
And you wear hats, so three probably.
Yeah. Cover up my
gotcha.
My bald ass spot. My bald ass head.
It's from a scar.
Yeah. I'm not bald. I'm just gonna clarify that. That's one joke I can't let go. Got a full head of hair, motherfucker.
It's glorious.
Glorious bastard.
I got a full head of hair too. If we're gonna go there,
I know. All right,
we're both blessed.
I never even said that. You're like, I need to clarify
you're
that.
Gonna bounce that back to me.
Just being douchebags. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like we're both sleeping on that, and I think like this is the chance. I'm calling it now. Like you and I need to work on these expression pedals. We need to get more into it. We need to open our minds. That got to get into it, baby.
Can I use any of my treadles for expression?
You absolutely cannot, because they're all wah pedals.
Okay.
A Dunlop wah, because I know you like Dunlop volume pedal expression.
Yeah.
You can get those big ones for cheap. You get the mini ones, which is the jam. I would say you get mini one, because why not? That was enough of that shit. Let's bring it on to some topics. What do you say, Kyle?
Shit, I thought we were already doing one.
It was a mini topic. It was mini.
Took a lot out of me.
Yeah, I'm just digging it all out of you. I'm just giving you the business of the expression pedals.
Oh.
I'm trying to express
hurt my feet.
that you need to fucking use your pedals and expand your mind, okay?
You fucking idiot.
You fucking asshole. So I wanted to talk about, we've done it before, about dual pedals. Recently, about like pedals that do two things at once, you multiple switching them off.
Yeah.
But what about the pedals that have two effects going on but you cannot switch them on and off.
You can't separate the two
No,
effects.
you hit it on and you get both of them. Whether you like it or not, you can't switch them on and off. What is...
Do you have an example?
Okay, I have a couple here. Like Octave Fuzz.
Okay.
It's an obvious one.
Yeah.
A lot of time people have like it's like, what is it? I think the blue box is one of them.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like, or, recently Wampler, like Fuzzstration.
Yeah.
He does, I think, an octave up and down. And then it's
And
like,
a fuzz.
and your fuzz. So you get to control both of those, octave parameters and your fuzz. So it's like, whoa. So I get not only like the, oh, you also get a, with your fuzz.
What were those? I couldn't hear you. Oh, yeah. I remember that now.
Yeah. Okay, you jogged my memory. That's one that you see a lot. And
Yeah.
I think the Octavia, like Jimi Hendrix type deal is done a lot. So like that's what I'm thinking about. Like, okay, maybe that's not as discernible.
Yeah.
Is there any that come to mind for you that are like could be like super usable, or ones that maybe don't exist that you would want to see? So this is like a loose topic.
Yeah, I had a hard time thinking of ones that would mesh well, I guess. But what about like phase and chorus? That might be a little crazy.
That's one I'd never thought of. And the reason why I started thinking of this one and that you're like, oh, I don't know, it's not so, it's not coming to you as quickly is because
You spent hours thinking of this, probably.
yeah, I'm just like sitting there twiddling thumbs like
What could I talk about?
like in a dark room. No, it's because I play a Fractal FX8.
Wow,
live.
talk about it more.
Dickhead. There's fucking backstory to this. So I'm able to
Let's get a recap.
recap behind the story. I'm able to do like up to 8 effects that I can choose, and I can choose them on in a different pattern. If people have a ES8 or something similar, like pedal switcher type deal, they can do this too. But you can switch things on and off with your presets. If you can just hit a button and you can hit a multitude of different effects on at once. It doesn't have to be like, oh, I click, stop, like I want to hit all these effects on.
Yeah.
You just hit one thing and you can have 4 things on.
Okay.
That's why I thought, I'm like, I have go-tos that I do all the time where it's like,
Yeah, you build like a scene.
yeah, like exactly. Like in a Fractal, they call them a scene. I'm like, I just hit that. I got my phase. I got my boost. I got my drive. Got my delay. Got my
my
reverb.
beer.
Yeah, I got like 4 or 5 things on at once. So to me, I'm like, that's cool and super usable for me. But I was thinking of like these, people aren't using multi effects like I do. People aren't using, pedal switchers. But sometimes people want to have pedals at the grasp. So that's why I brought that up. I'm like, but all that to say, I've never thought of using a phaser and a chorus at the same time, and I could easily just like punch it into my computer.
You should try it out. Maybe it would work.
I think that could be kind of cool. Or it could sound
The
like
thing
shit.
is, like, if you got to make sure your rates and everything are matched up,
Or they're
your
just fighting
speed.
each other.
Or maybe it's cool they're fighting each other.
Or if they're going at the same time where they're like, it's like, wow, my guitar doesn't sound different at all.
Yeah.
Or if they're going complete opposites, maybe they like turn your guitar into normal.
Maybe like your stereo's going left and right with the effect. Oh shit!
You're like, oh, dude, I'm tripping.
Just shit your pants.
You shit. That's the brown note.
Yeah. What did you have?
I had a good list here. Maybe I don't know. We can switch gears and just like I'll just hash it out here. There's from boy Leon, Pelican Noiseworks.
It's your boy, Leon.
It's your boy. The Binford 6100.
Yeah.
It's a fuzz on a hall reverb. So
Dang.
you have your hall reverb, and then you have fuzz on the trails.
Weird.
And it's one of the settings on the Binford.
That thing is crazy.
It is, and I needed an adult when I was playing it. So I'm like,
you need like a LCD screen with that thing.
Yeah, I mean, when I played it, I think I've played Co's, and it didn't. When we're just hanging out, I didn't have an instruction manual, and I've also like Paul let me borrow it with no instruction manual, and I'm like, okay, so I'm just like fucking around with it. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, but so I'm like, oh, and then once like I started like reading up on it and watching some demos about it, I'm like, oh, okay, that's what he's doing with this certain set. I cannot remember what it's called. which one it was, but it was like, hey, he's doing fuzz on a hall reverb trails.
Yeah.
So only the trails get fuzzed.
Weird.
Which you are like
that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. And then there's from Mad Professor. Maybe like we'll scale it back to more classic kind of stuff.
All right.
Mad Professor, there's the Golden Cello, which is like an overdrive, like kind of Marshall-y in a box with a reverb.
Okay.
So to me, I'm like, yeah, that's your Eddie Van Halen sound.
Uh-huh.
You kick that on when you want to do your solos. Basically pop up a couple buttons off your shirt. You're like, Wah!
Pop this shirt off.
Pop the shirt off and go like,
Wait, that's David Lee Roth, though. That's not Eddie Van Halen.
oh, man, Eddie was doing it too, baby.
Okay.
He was fucking.
I'll take your word for it.
You don't think he was fucking popping that shirt off? Or just starting the whole show without a shirt on, I guess. Yeah, that's to me, I'm like, that's pretty cool. I don't know. I mean, I guess that's one.
I
I'm like,
kind of want to try that now.
Yeah, if it had a clean amp, you have a clean platform. That's one to be like, every time I hit my solo, kicking that motherfucker on because I got my drive, which is going to give me more dirt and more volume.
Yeah.
And then you have your reverb right there. So maybe you're like one of the guys who doesn't play with reverb on all the time.
Yeah.
And you kick that bastard on. There you go.
Well,
Here we go. It's solo time. Another one that kind of works in my, I didn't want to cut you off.
No, yeah, you cut me off, bastard. So maybe this isn't obvious, but like a really subtle delay and reverb together.
That's what I was going to get
That's
into.
why I was trying to get at my word in edgewise there.
I thought of it first. Earthquaker Devices. The Dispatch Master is I think, analog delay and reverb in one.
Yeah,
So
I've seen them paired before.
Yeah, you hit the one. I was really considering this pedal because I'm like, I always hit on a reverb and delay for solos. And I have, got to have both. Got to have both.
I guess it doesn't have to be subtle, like I said, but you wouldn't want them like fighting each other.
There's some people that leave that kind of shit on all the time. I remember watching a rig rundown with like Gaslight Anthem. He's like, this is on the whole time. Mm-hmm. It's like a little like.
Well, it's that like 59 sound.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the lead guitarist, he had a hell of a board. It's really cool. He always had delay on, like a slap delay the whole time. Always had a slap delay.
Makes sense.
And it's like, if you can, do it. He did a dual amp setup, whereas like one that's more dry and one that's more wet. So I'm like, get that going, get some more delays, get more reverbs on there, get it washy, and then have that mixed in with your cleaner, like more straight ahead blend. I'm like, that's a cool pedal. I've wanted that for a while, and to now at a point where I'm like, it doesn't work for me. But I could totally see that working if you're trying to go like, hey, kick that on for a solo. That's going to be like, carry it on. Because to me, I love to make a solo super spacey, and then maybe like your whole like chorus or like a verse, sounds more dry. And then when you hit the solo, it's like, where the hell is these reflections coming from?
Yeah.
And so I think Earthquaker Devices has got that going.
I know we talk about it all the time, but the I can't even think of the word. It's a Strymon pedal that you own, the Flint. Yeah, that's two effects, right?
Yeah, but those are like switchable on and off.
Oh, yeah.
But very similar to that one.
Damn it.
Is the
I failed.
No, I'm gonna go off on that. Is the Mr. Black.
Okay.
It's the Deluxe Plus. There's one that was, they still have it. It's the MXR sized one, where it's a tremolo that's on the whole time, and a spring reverb that's on the whole time.
Dang.
So it's very similar to a deluxe reverb amp.
Yeah.
I believe that you can only have either you can only turn the vibrato tremolo. They call that. You can turn that off, but it's like most people just have them on the whole time, like not like.
But you can adjust the amount of like rate and depth and stuff.
Yeah. I think you can adjust very few. There's only 3 knobs on it, but you can only adjust I think the rate or something on.
Okay.
I haven't played it, but I've only seen demos of it. But it reminds me of like an amp. You're not going to go back and like tweak your amp.
Yeah.
So just get it to be like subtle.
And that's
you just like the reverb kind of going on the whole time. And when I play reverbs, when I play a conventional pedal board, I leave my reverb on the whole time.
Okay.
And so to me, I'm like, oh yeah, you want an amp style spring reverb. And so that's what this pedal is. It's a trem, amp style spring reverb. And yeah, that's pretty bitchin'. If you're going to go, you don't want to go whole hog and go Flint.
Yeah.
Get that. And to me, I'm like, oh yeah, but they have the deluxe, fucking stupid ass name, Deluxe Plus or the Deluxe Plus.
Oh,
which
yeah.
is
I've
the one
seen
where
that.
the switchable turn the tremolo on and off.
Yeah.
Which is it's a better,
Well, it makes sense.
it's a better pedal.
It's a stupid name.
It's a dumb name.
Okay.
I get the bit. I get the bit.
Okay.
Give the bit its due.
Because how do you make deluxe more deluxe?
But I mean, I only
You
say
double it.
that it's dumb because if you're trying to search for that pedal on
yeah,
Google,
you see all the other ones.
it gives you the other one.
Ah.
But you're like, no, I want the deluxe.
Like Google's, did you say it? Did you type that in?
So you want
correctly?
deluxe plus, right? No, I want the deluxe.
All right, well, here's a
Omit the one deluxe.
here's a burger. That sounds like a burger.
But yeah, if you can't, go the Flint, you can go the deluxe plus, or you get the deluxe plus if you're like letting
Hey,
just
I'm
like leaving.
confused now. I don't get it.
Yeah. And then the Source Audio True Spring is very similar to that, where you can have it's a spring reverb.
Mm-hmm.
It has, that one does the drip apparently.
Oh.
Sounds really cool. But it also has an amp like trem on there that is not switchable unless you have a separate switch pedal, like an on and off, like expression type
favorite.
deal. Yeah. Similar to a favorite switch to turn that off.
Okay.
But it's similar to the Deluxe Plus, where it's like the trem,
Wait, which one? The deluxe or the deluxe?
the Deluxe.
So 3 deluxes?
One Deluxe.
No, I don't get it anymore.
That one doesn't have the on and off.
Do you hate me today? I'm just like
Yeah, you're just being
hanging up on every word.
being a shithead.
Yeah. That is my job. Back in the saddle again, boys.
We're back. Back in the saddle again.
It's like not even close to Steven Tyler.
Yeah.
Or Liv Tyler, whoever sang that.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, to me, I think some of these pedals, they're really cool. I don't know. I can't think of any others. Like, I think you came up with the one of like the chorus and phaser combo, but I'm like, a lot of the ones that I can think of have already been done, and they're cool because they're like, I don't know. I like the idea of like an all or nothing. Like you click that and you're getting like 2 sounds in one.
Yeah. I think the phase and chorus would sound like super 80s.
Yeah.
I was thinking like if you get it to sound like Eddie Van Halen, which we talk about a lot, but
yeah,
both like dial those in like phase 90 and like stereo chorus.
yeah. What's another good one? I guess like distortion with chorus or something, and that's something with
that might be
Well,
weird.
that's what the Old Blood XS has, the distortion.
Oh,
and
yeah,
chorus.
yeah.
And you can like either do
It's that pink pedal, right?
Yeah, yeah,
With the
it's
gray and white knobs.
yeah,
Those
that
are
one
cool.
is really cool. So they kind of came up with that, but yeah, I can't think of any others. But I like the idea a lot.
Yeah.
So maybe we can I don't know.
Leave it at that.
Yeah, leave it at that.
Yeah. We beat it at a dead horse
Beat it.
with delay on it.
All right. So the next one I had might be a quick one. I don't know. We can wrap it. Bat it around a little bit. So how do you do that voodoo that you do?
Me do?
Yeah.
I just do the do.
I do too. Like Mountain Dew, when people think that was going to be like an extreme beverage to drink. I'm like, no, that's what like fucking like video game players play. Do the do. And it's like people doing like extreme X Games type shit. I'm like, no.
And then puke right after.
So like how like does like feedback and like reviews online, how does that affect your buying? I'm talking about like, say if you're buying something off like eBay or like Reverb, somebody's like reviews and like star score,
Yeah.
whether they have like a lot of like reviews, there's a couple
You're not
different-
talking about brand. You're talking about individual.
yeah, I'm talking about sellers, like
okay.
as an individual seller. How does that affect your buying? I'm like, I have like 60 something reviews and they're all positive except for one which is not positive. I got all 5 stars for 60 of them, 60 like 7 of them, and one of them I have a 4-star. What in the goddamn fuck? Anyways,
You suck.
No, he didn't write anything either. He just you get 4 stars.
Mystery.
I'm like, what do you get? Like 5 stars? I'm like, did you want me
Your
to?
package arrived on like a rainy day. It kind of sucked.
He had a bad day at work.
Yeah. Nothing could
They
please
fucking
him.
gave him too much ice in his soda.
Yeah,
and he's like,
he ordered a double-decker taco. We got a regular
oh god,
taco,
You know
just
what?
regular crunchy taco,
fuck,
not wrapped in a flour tortilla with beans.
Yeah, you know what? I deserve it.
Does-
I deserve
Yeah,
3
fuck
for
you.
that. I deserve
3.
I deserve 3 stars.
Updated to a 4-star because I
did-
realized I was having a shitty day.
I
Didn't go all the way.
he changes it. But so like, how does that affect? Like, okay, if you saw somebody with like a few, okay, only like a few reviews, would that like would you be like, I'm not gonna buy it, or would you be like hesitant to be like, do I trust this person? Honestly, I mean, partially because if you're on Reverb, most likely they're gonna protect you.
Yeah,
as the buyer,
I think. But when you venture off to like eBay,
yeah, I haven't bought a lot off eBay.
Oh, you should look at how many things that the person has sold. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's like 11,000 things.
You should be like, okay, this should be all right.
This guy's like working for a living, like, shit, this guy's job. This is motherfucker's job right here.
It's your fucking job. Yeah, I don't know. I like friend of the show, Johnny Ray. He's starting to sell some things.
Oh shit!
And he was talking to us. He was like, "Okay, guys, I'm finally starting to clear stuff out. I want to get things moving or whatever." So he listed things on his Reverb, and then he like took a picture of or he sent us a link. I'm like, "Oh, this is what I have here," and he's like selling some rarer pedals and stuff like that. I think he's selling some his Moog stuff. So like the stuff that's like, "Ooh, fuck, these are limited edition," like like the white ones or whatever. Like the big wooden ones that are like, the size of like a fucking laptop. And then like, he's like, well, I'm just not getting around to playing it. I'd rather get the room and the money, whatever.
Yeah.
He's starting to dial in his home, studio garage space. And I'm like, okay, if he's not using it, get it moving on. And so he's talking to us and he sent us a link and I was like instantly commented. I'm like, dude, you have like 108 fucking reviews, 5 stars. And he's like, yeah, dude, I've never sold anything. These are all from buying. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Man, that made me look at mine. I couldn't find out how many I had.
You might have to go on a desktop or whatever because you never listed anything.
Yeah.
But anyways, so I was like seeing that. I'm like, yeah, I was like thinking, I'm like, oh, Johnny's never sold anything. He might not have like a good, I was thinking review rating. I'm like, and I thought about, oh, he's bought stuff. People give him 5 stars. Mm-hmm. It's like, I'm like, oh, that's perfect. Because like people would see that. I'm like, this guy has 108. Of course I trust this person.
Yeah.
For buying. From them. So does that ever affect you? Do you ever look at the buyer? I mean, but
sometimes
Reverb less, but eBay more.
Yeah, if it's like
I'm the exact same way.
If it's like, they've only sold 5 things and they have 3 stars, like that's a bad ratio.
You're like, oh,
yeah,
it's gonna be a pass for me.
50% of the time, this guy,
it's gonna be a hard pass, pass, baby.
There's a good chance I'm gonna get fucked. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I guess if you look, like I said, like 11,000, whatever, and the dude has like 4 stars or it has 3 stars, it's probably still okay.
Yeah.
But like, I think you have to outweigh like the ratio of how many things they've sold and their reviews.
Do you, what about you when you leave reviews on like Reverb? Because you bought a lot of things. You haven't sold anything.
I usually do. I just,
have you ever given anything less than 5 stars?
I don't think so.
Mine has always been 5 stars, but I've gotten to the point, because we're in a lot of these Facebook groups and stuff like that about gear and guitars and stuff like that. So now I'm like at a point where I'm like, I will wait until I get the product to give them a review.
Yeah.
And I'll wait to try it out for a day or two.
Yeah.
To see what, if it works or not.
Yeah.
And then
see if it's as described.
And how it arrived type deal. So now giving reviews to the buyer when you're the seller is where I'm like wary. Because I don't want to be like, oh yeah, 5 stars. And then they come back to me like bitching about something.
Yeah. Well, they always, like, I'll get it like immediate feedback.
Like, oh, did you get feedback?
Because
because you bought when you buy stuff.
When I buy stuff, because I don't sell.
Yeah.
Never. I will never sell. No. One day.
I'll buy more cabinets.
I'll buy anything. Yeah.
Before I sell.
I'll stack another one on top of that one.
Yeah.
No, like I'll buy something and I'll see immediately that someone left feedback. Like, great buyer, bought immediately, immediate payment. I'm like, because I'll bid, like let's say an offer or whatever, and then I will buy
pay
immediately.
Right away. Yeah.
I don't let shit.
I don't understand.
And we've covered this before.
We're going off again. Like, who bids or offers or whatever on Reverb and doesn't fucking pay?
It should make it where it only gives you like a couple hours.
Give a couple minutes.
Yeah. It's
just fucking deducted.
The longest I think I've ever waited, I think it was like 2 hours because the guy accepted my offer.
And you're at work or something.
And I was like, and then I realized, oh shit, I gotta buy that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. To me,
that was recent. That was like 2 days ago.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm always buying stuff.
Always buying. ABB, always be buying. That was dumb. So
That was really stupid.
I don't know. I always see that. I'm like, who doesn't fucking pay for it right away? Oh, fuck.
Fucking mongrels.
Yeah. Okay. So we talked about reviews of like sellers and buyers and stuff like that. What about like reviews of products? Do you ever look at that? Like if you're on like Sweetwater or like Musician's Friend, if somebody says something that's like,
Yeah.
do you look at that?
If it's like a large purchase, yeah. If it's like, like, I guess, yeah, I do. I think
like,
I start
like,
to venture into those.
Like looking, I'm like, okay, is this cool? Is this going to last or whatever? Or like, is this going to be as shitty as they say it is or whatever? Like, I don't know. What about like reviews of products on like YouTube from like YouTuber demos and like, there's magazines, there's podcasts, there's stuff like that. It's like, which ones of those do you hold?
I still take those so with a grain of salt, but I've seen like demos of that. I think I brought it before, but that Apex preamp really made me fucking want one.
Yeah,
it's all metal like shit. I'm like, man, I really want one of those. Like they make that thing sound so versatile and so good.
Yeah, I mean, you were hitting on it. So you take it with a grain of salt because I'm like, you start to know that these people are getting paid for these demos.
Exactly. Yeah, there's another.
Of
side
course,
of that.
they're not going to be like, hey, thank you. Can I have that check, please, and this product? And then I'm going to say it sucks dick.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you an honest review on this.
Nobody's paying for an honest review. You'll see more of the honest reviews from people who buy the product and leave reviews on it on like, Musician's Friend, Sweetwater, Guitar Center, whatever.
Yeah.
Your YouTube, listen to it and watch a bunch of them to get something.
Yeah.
But don't
and listen to it with headphones, please.
And don't like hold it to like this is the end all be all because this guy who got paid so and so amount of money, he said it was good. Yeah, so I think it's probably pretty good.
Yeah. That being said, I'll probably buy that preamp.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm into preamps recently.
I don't know, the Apex, the Horizon one.
Yeah,
that's what it's called. Horizon Devices.
Horizon Devices.
This is my account. I saw C2A at NAMM play one. Sounded good.
He's good in my book.
He's a fucking shredder and he's a really good guitarist. And he was playing a mayonnaise and he was just like shredding away. I'm like, it's that pedal. That attainable.
That's what makes
that attainable pedal is what made him sound good. Because I'm an idiot. I'm like, hey Brian, you should probably play guitar better. No.
Yeah, but I could buy more stuff.
No. I can buy that pedal for $200.
No, it's more than that.
More than that, bucko.
Try 320 brand new or 260 used.
Fucking give him $100 more. 420, baby. You know what I'm saying? 320, 420.
Here's a tip.
Here's a tip, baby. I got a tip for you. Got a couple tips. Oh man, we're having too much fun.
God damn it.
I think like some of these reviews that I do read them. Sometimes if I'm just like looking at stuff, I'm like, you're window shopping, internet, phone shopping, whatever. You're just looking at stuff. I'm like, let's go to the reviews and see what people have to say. I don't know if things have deterred me from buying things, but I don't know. Sometimes people have like left reviews of amps. And it's like you look at amps, you're not going to be you have to look at reviews. You have to like really think about buying.
Yeah, those big ticket things,
Yeah, and some people are like, "Oh yeah, this is like, not as dirty as you think it's going to be or whatever, yada yada." And I'm like, some people it's like, "Oh yeah, I have problems with the effects loop on this, but if you don't use it, it'd be cool." And then it's like people have talked about like Rock Reverb Mark Ones.
A hard time with this tweed amp getting to my metal tones that I want.
Yeah, it's like and yet again, you have to take those fucking reviews for like, what they are. Because if somebody's trying to get something that they can't out of it.
Can't get that doomy sound out of this, this hot rod.
But I want to say like, you have to like, maybe get a broad spectrum, like read a bunch of reviews, watch a bunch of YouTube videos, make your own decision. Maybe if you really, really can, try before you buy something.
Yeah, like that dude who tried out your JCM 900.
He did the diligence. He did he did the dill.
He did the do.
He dude the do. I would say.
Dude the dill.
Yeah. He did the do. He whatever. He did it to me. Okay.
Yeah.
And I was not satisfied. Just kidding. I was. I need some interaction. Fucking on these shitty jokes. Anyways, so I don't know. It was like a quick topic I wanted to bat around. It's like, how much attention do you pay to these reviews? And do you leave them? I do.
Yeah,
I'm now holding more.
Yeah.
Like I'm holding back closer to my chest these reviews until I feel
they hold more water.
until I feel like they've earned 5 stars. But I have yet to give less than 5 stars. I just say that. I'm like, I'll let them sweat it out.
If it comes in a timely manner and it is like what they say it is, I'll give them 5 stars.
There's nothing. I've never seen anything that's like I said, I got a 4-star for no fucking reason. Like, what did the dude want me to, like, roll open a red carpet, like, do a couple cartwheels and drop it off to his house and then cook him dinner? I don't know. What the fuck is your problem? You want fucking 5 stars for that. I mean, you sent it out in a timely manner, and I packaged the shit out of things. You could throw that thing down a bowling alley. It's not going to, nothing's going to happen to it. And he's still, within a day, I usually, like, within hours, I'll send these things out. And the guy, like, still gave me 4 stars. I'm bitching about it. Fuck that guy. 4 stars. 4 stars. Fuck this. I got 4 stars.
4 stars still pretty good.
I know, but it's like I want 5. All right. We're going to close this out here. But, before we go, I think I, got a quick ad I want to read.
Yeah. This is a paid sponsorship, right?
Paid sponsorship.
Yeah. Awesome. We were waiting for one. Who's it by?
Yeah. Playing Without a Pilot.
Oh, shit.
So I know there's some people, San Diego area that listen to this show. And I just want to say,
thank you.
Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you. Yes. But we are playing a couple shows.
Yeah.
I wanted to plug them. Get a couple plugs.
Yeah, plug them quick. Come on, Brian.
Okay.
I got places to be.
Yeah. In a couple weeks from the airing of this one, Saturday, March 23rd, we are playing at Blonde Bar. We were playing with a couple bands on tour. San Diego Music League is putting on this show.
Nice.
With Takers, Leavers, Elk Grove, Above the Noise, Nights Like Thieves, our boys.
Nice.
We're playing at the Blonde Bar. I'm excited. It's like one of our first shows of the year.
Dude,
first shows in a long time.
Yeah.
We took a break. Brian, our drummer, had a baby. And
he didn't. God.
Whatever.
Change your wording.
Yes, his wife had a baby, and they now have a child. I don't know. Fucking. Anyways, like we took a break because of that. You got a new job. We've been doing the podcast. We took a little bit of break, but it's been a while, and we're playing a show. I'm excited. I just want to plug it. Check it out, Blonde Bar. That's a really cool spot in San Diego. If you're here, if you're close, stop by. And also on 420, baby.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a dank night, dog.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. We were playing Himmelberg's, a new bar downtown San Diego on 420. Yeah.
Dang.
We're opening up. That show is a Saturday. So
we're going to rip.
Oh, man. We're going to rip it in peace, dude. We're excited to play. We're just getting back into playing. So it may not work for some of you guys who are listening to it out of San Diego, but I just feel like I'm gonna throw it out there. Throw an ad, paid sponsorship ad. This is basically like
we're paying ourselves right now.
We get it, you guys. You have a band. We have a band playing Without a Pilot. Check it out. But we're done with that. Before we leave here, you guys can check us out on the social medias. Check us out on Instagram at The Tone Jerks. Check us out on Facebook.
Yeah, join the group.
We have a Facebook group. Just search The Tone Jerks and you will find it. But if you guys really like the show, you guys can help support us on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. But if you guys double down for $2, bro, you guys get another episode every week. And you get all the old episodes, too, that we've done on Patreon. There are over 60 episodes.
Shit.
And
that's a sick back catalog.
There's no fucking lie there. There's 60 fucking episodes onto an RSS feed. Get it onto your podcatcher or whatever. You can listen to more Tone Jerks. I think some of them are pretty funny. But they are actually pretty good. That's like not even a shitty sales pitch. You will really like it.
They're pretty good.
You will yuck it up. But let's just get her out of here. But I wanted to say thank you to everybody who's been supporting us. Kyle, he has got a list.
Yeah.
And he's going to read out your names just for the support. We love it. Kyle, shout them out. Baby.
You want me to do it gently or you want me to actually yell it?
Shout.
Jesus. Okay. Whew, that was not funny. Jim Bowers. Can I read this, please?
Can you please stop? You're stifling me.
This is my bit now.
Look here, you stifling ass bitch.
You're killing my buzz. All right. This is Jim Bowers, Jamie Davis, Co Schneider, Adam Rohr from the Let 'Em Hear podcast, Abe Newman, Michael Newman, Andrew Walsh, Jason Fuzzmonger, Will Lehue.
He's got a reverb on that.
Yeah.
Buzz.
No, there's delay.
Okay.
Gintel, Doug Christ, Doug Gann, Doug King, Johnny Ray, Joseph from Like My Pedals, or Joe, apparently.
Apparently.
Yeah, gosh. Okay, well, you're Joseph in my book.
And Joe Cool.
Yeah. It's not Joseph Camel. It's Joe Camel.
Joke. Did you ever like... Did those like Camel ads ever make you like, man, that'd be cool to smoke?
Not really. No.
I'd be like, hell yeah, I want to put a leather jacket on and smoke cigarettes.
You're more influenced by cartoons than I am. All right.
All right.
Shut up.
Hot shot.
Kevin Equits from Equits Guitars. Leon from Pelican Noiseworks. Sean Arbo from Gun Street Wiring. Steve Mike. Stephen Conradi. Sean Fahey. Bruce Banana. Digger from Fatfoot Effects. Brett Alexander. Colin Smith. Alvaro Viramontes. Nicholas Payson. And we got a new one.
Oh, shit!
You have to like hit everything on the table. This is so stupid. This is Brian from Nutter Guitars. Are you just getting stoked because it's another Brian?
It's another Brian in the mix.
Man, we got a lot of Dougs, a lot of Steves. Yeah. So
But
now we got a lot of
Brian.
Newmans.
Yeah, we met Brian at NAMM.
Yeah.
Very, very, very cool guitars.
Dang.
They are space agey classic mix of just awesomeness. He's a very cool guy. He gives demonstrations.
Man.
Yeah.
The circuits,
Yeah.
amazing.
And they're handmade and hand painted.
The dude's like spent like you tell like hours and hours and hours
and he
and hours
gives
designing.
Fucking shit.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know, he's an entertainer too. He like tells you about he's playing all these fucking styles and stuff like that. Anyway, he is going to be on the show. We've talked about it, and I am very stoked that I saw him like, whoa.
Yeah.
I'm stoked that he's listening and supporting. If you haven't checked Nutter Guitars,
Give him a shot.
yeah, you're fucking up. You're fucking up, dude. Quit fucking up. But let's get out of here. Thank you, everyone who's listened. It's probably going to be a longer one. So thanks for sticking it out.
Yeah. All right.
I love you. See you next time.